Tonight's big story breakdown is the crisis in the classroom. One big issue schools are dealing with this year is school lunches.
The state superintendent issued a mandate requiring districts to cover the full cost of student lunches. One district superintendent tells Fox 25's Paige Taylor this is impossible for his district.
Sharon-Mutal superintendent tells me in order for the district to cover the entire cost for student meals, it would cost about $125,000. He says the district won't be doing that this school year.
Sharon-Mutal is a school district in Woodward County in western Oklahoma. It consists of 2 campuses, an elementary school in Sharon and a high school in Mutual.
Sharon-Mutal is a pretty unique place. We're 274 square miles. That you can't buy a gallon of gas, gallon of milk, or a 32-ounce pop.
Currently, the total enrollment for the district is 210 students. Right now, the district pays about 21% of student lunches. After factoring in the $51,000 the district receives in federal meal programs, Superintendent Jeff Thompson says the district would still be left to cover about $125,000 a school year to pay for student meals. Thompson says while free lunches are a good idea, it is not a possible task without additional funding.
If we're going to pay for it without any funding, then we're going to have to eliminate programs or staffing to be able to pay for it.
Thompson says the administrator's salary for the district totals $334,623.37. Here's Thompson's salary from last year compared to other districts in Oklahoma with similar enrollment size. State Superintendent Ryan Walters has expressed school districts need to find a way to pay for the student lunches and can gain the money in their own budget by reducing administrative bloat.
If you looked at our combined salary, you would look at it and go, look, the high school principal and the superintendent make a big salary. Well, that is true, but it's not reflective of what's within that compensation.
Thompson says the district has been looking at ways to save money due to things like insurance rates increasing and mandated teacher pay raises. He says as positions have been eliminated, he has taken on more roles at the school, including co-elementary principal, bus driver, and lawn maintenance.
Even if you said, Jeff, don't do that, someone else would have to then take on the mowing, so who's that going to be? Or take on bus route driving, so who would that be? And those people are going to get compensated in some way. And so looking at those salaries, I would go, well, what is it at another district when you factor in that I also do the federal programs, and then you go, hey, he does bus routes, half the principal, half these, or does the lawn care and those things. What is it costing those districts to get the same thing accomplished within their structure?
While meals will not be completely free this school year, the district will continue to pay the same percentage that they normally do. Reporting in Mutual, Paige Taylor, Fox 25 News.
In areas where school lunches won't be covered by the district, parents can expect to pay more. A 2025 Deloitte report found an average packed lunch will cost just over $6. That's up about 3% from last year. This is because food prices are rising, including for common items like salad kits and ingredients for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Meanwhile, the national average for a cafeteria lunch is just under $3. Parents in Kellyville are raising concerns about the schools in their town. They believe there are multiple health and safety issues.
Fox 25's Tanya Motorzitsky walks us through the problems families say they're seeing.
Kellyville parents like Sarah Kelly and another mom who wants to remain anonymous say Kellyville Public Schools leaders are not putting students first.
They have asked the children not to talk to their parents, and they have asked us not to talk to each other or our children.
So the parents say they are telling News Channel 8 what's going on about the things they are hearing about, including students were allegedly not fed last week when school started.
We weren't able to actually find any viable proof that anyone was denied, but I mean, he did address the entire student body and tell them that it was their responsibility to pay for their lunches and that their lunches are not free anymore.
He, according to the parents, was the school superintendent, Dan Gist. Parents say that the district lost funding for free and reduced lunch.
It was because of a non-compliance.
The non-compliance she's referring to are these child nutrition reports claiming the state found significant issues with application approval process and edit checks. And the report goes on to say the district did not actively work in resolving these issues. When I went to Superintendent Gist's office for a comment, he was not there, but his staff gave me an email he shared with families that says this rumor kids were not fed is false and says no student will ever go hungry in our cafeterias for lack of an ability to pay. Families say a major concern right now is the safety of the stone building. These images obtained by the two parents, who then share with me, say the building is condemned and is falling apart. And now there are concerns for safety of the lower elementary school that's connected to the building.
And the mold has started to grow through the ceiling.
The district tried passing a more than $3 million bond that would fix HVACs in elementary schools for about $171,000. But a red flag for parents, they say, was the $2.7 million of that bond to pay for the field turfs for football, baseball, and softball.
And I will not stand for it to continue. They might have failed me. They will not fail my daughter.
I'm Tanya Motorzitsky, Fox 25 News.
Just before school began, Broken Arrow parents raised concerns about possible mold in Sequoia Middle School. A parent said he went to pick up his child's schedule and noticed what he believed was black and green mold on ceiling tiles. He also said the carpet was wet and smelled moldy. At the time, the district said they had already put a maintenance order in place to get those tiles replaced. Last week, the district sent a letter to families letting them know no mold was detected. Officials said they had two different third-party providers conduct air quality tests, and neither found evidence of mold. Now, ongoing issues with the HVAC system forced Putnam City North to switch to virtual learning today. The district said school was still in session and students had to complete assignments through Google Classroom. Attendance was determined by whether their work was turned in.
State Superintendent Ryan Walters promoting his new controversial assessment for teachers moving into Oklahoma. He first announced it in early July. Walters says teachers coming from certain blue states will be required to take this test, designed to prevent, quote, woke indoctrinators from states like California and New York. If they don't pass the assessment, they won't receive the certificate they need to teach in Oklahoma public schools. Walters has said the requirement could be expanded to applicants from other states in the future. The assessment was developed by PragerU, which posted this today on social media. It says the test will include questions about the Constitution, basic biology, and American civics.
We're also seeing a focus on Oklahoma's new anti-DEI law. Senate Bill 796 took effect last month. It mirrors an executive order the governor issued last year, banning state funding from being used to support DEI and inclusive initiatives at higher education institutes. Fox News asked Governor Kevin Stitt about the policy this week.
Well, first off, we want to teach our young people that they can accomplish anything they set their mind to, but that's going to take hard work and it's going to take discipline, and we're a meritocracy, and we want admissions to be based on your merit and how hard you're willing to work, not on some other abstract type of admission quality. So that's what we did. We're banning any kind of DEI, anything like that. And what we were shocked with is we found out the Biden administration had spent $1 billion on these type of efforts. So we applaud Secretary McMahon getting back to the basics. And we need to teach kids that they can accomplish anything they want in life, but it's going to take hard work. It's going to take discipline. And that's what the American dream is all about. And it's certainly alive and well in Oklahoma. And we're so grateful that Secretary McMahon came here to our state, and we're going to sign this bill. And really, it's aimed at all state agencies, but specifically on our higher eds, because we saw some of this stuff happening over the last few years.
By July of 2026 and every year after, colleges and universities will have to submit a certificate of compliance.
Attorney General Gentner Drummond is making education a key focus of his gubernatorial campaign. He held an event today where he outlined his roadmap for Oklahoma schools. We asked him where the focus needs to be when it comes to school funding.
We have lots of needs in our school system, and I mentioned several of them. We need to revisit curriculum. We need to update our technologies to the 21st century so that the parent has access to the multiple platforms through which the child can be educated. We know that 90% of our young people are educated in public schools, but 10% choose alternative paths, charter schools, homeschool, private schools, and the like. So we just need to provide that one-stop shop for them. We need to invest in our infrastructure of schools, and we need to invest in our teachers and our administrators.
Well, Drummond says he also believes Oklahoma leaders need to send a message to kids that reading is important and set a good example for students in our state. And that was your big story breakdown. You can learn more about the state superintendent's push for free lunches and other education issues on OKCFox.com.
Plus, find all of our previous big story breakdowns on our YouTube channel. You scan the QR code or search OKC Fox.